to my channel. So today is the first live I think I've had in a very long time, and I'm super excited about it. So I hope people will join me. I did put up notices yesterday and today. I know I changed the time from 6:30 to 6:45, but my AC has been out all day long, and man, it was hot. So I couldn't get any prep work done early because yeah, it was just too hot. I sat under a fan until the AC people finally got it working. So, mm, excuse me, also dry mouth. I hope you all have had a wonderful day. And like I said, I'm very excited to be with you. If you're new joining me on this live or new to my channel, I hope you will stay around by hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to tap the bell. YouTube will most likely notify you every time I upload a video, depending on which option you choose in the bell menu. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes and then I'm going to get started. I know a lot of people are not used to me having lives again. And so I am going to, and I was a couple of minutes earlier than what I said, but then I'm just going to go ahead and get into the project, and then you can just watch it like a video later. But I did have a cool little nifty thing I was going to give away at the end if you're here. But okay, so what are we doing today? Well, I had this little hamburger helper box. Had it for a long time, and I wanted to create a little journal out of it. And it is kind of flimsy, but I think we can do this. Now, what I did was I cut the box down. I cut the tops and the bottom off of it and the sides. Then I measured from the page right here, the line from this page to the end of that, how long it was. And then the same on this side. So this is going to be 4.5 inches wide on each side. And let's see, I put my glasses on for this one. And the spine, what did I measure the spine as? Oh, Jiminy Crickets. I think it is 1.5 inches. Yeah. Well, it's 1.25 inches. So 1.25 inch spine. So it's 9 inches, 9.25 inches wide this way, and then it is 7 inches long this way. So you gotta wait just a couple more minutes, and then we'll get started. I'm gonna put my camera down on the table so we can start working. Forgot to paint some paint down on a project I was doing the other day. Okay. So I'm just gonna give it a couple other minutes. And then I'm just going to continue on with the project. So I hope you all are crafting yourselves. It's a good day. It's a good time to craft because, well, you know, it's too hot to do anything else outside. I can't even go out to the pool because it's so hot. And I kind of wanted to today without no AC, but you know, you had to get to the, you had to get to the pool. And that meant walking across hot asphalt and everything else. So, all righty there. Let's see what, 3 minutes in, I think. Yeah, we're at 4 minutes now. So I'm going to go ahead and put us down here and get started. Okay, I hope you can see. I hope that's not too, sorry, I don't mean to josh the camera around. All right, so we have our box here, and I've already cut the measurements down to it. Let me move this out for a second. And we're going to write this traditional, like a traditional journal, but I am going to be using this beautiful fabric that I found at Walmart a while back, and it was in one of my hauls, and it's just all kind of sayings from the Bible, all kind of positive sayings, and I'm going to be using that on this journal that I'm doing. However, because it's red and it's really bright, I want to cover it with paper to make sure none of that bleeds through. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take two, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be too tight to do that. I'm going to take two 8.5 by 11 sheets of this cream color cardstock, and I'm just going to put some double-sided tape down here and attach them together. There's my score tool. Oh, got a piece of cardboard in there. And then I'm just going to take this and run it over and get all the air bubbles out of it, so it'll stick. And then take the backing off. And then we're just going to line this up with the bottom and lay it down. I always like to have an inch to work with. So I'm going to, where it's joining at, I'm going to put that spine right there. And we're going to have to cut some off, I realize that, but I'm going to put the spine there. So I am going to be using Fabri-Tac for that. Now my Fabri-Tac was getting quite thick, and I'm sure most of you know this little trick. If it gets a little thick and it's not coming out good, add a little acetate in there, and it will glue a whole lot better, and it won't run as bad. I could have put tear tape on this, but there was a little piece of paper hanging there, and I wanted to get that covered up. And push back down. But we're going to need this for our fabric. All right, so I'm just going to line that up in the middle of the thing. It's giving me plenty of room on the edges. And then take my bone folder and go through there and wrap that up. Then I'm going to flip it over and go over it on this side as well. And then I'm just going to cut some of this off. Of course, don't throw it away because that's good scraps. But I'm just going to leave about an inch, maybe a little bit, on each end of it to fold up. Okay, and then that should be good. Put it down here like this. Now before, as usual, before I fold any kind of cardstock, I usually work the edges of it first, just to give it a little bend, break down the fibers. Hello. I can't see. There we go. Hi, Lorraine. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, I had to reconnect. I was trying to tap it like my old phone used to do. I could tap it and it would be, it would bring up the comments again. I guess not on this phone. Okay, what do we got to? You missed it, but I had a hamburger helper box and I cut down the sides and everything. So I made it 9 1/4 this way by 7 this way. And so each side is 4 1/2. And then this is a, maybe it's 10 1/4. 4 1/2, 4, 4, 8, 9. Yeah, it's 10 1/4. And this is 1 1/4 right here on the spine part. So now I'm going to wrap it with paper before I put this lovely fabric on it. I picked up this fabric a while back from Walmart, and it has all kind of scripture and sayings on it, positive sayings, family stuff. It's even got some Christmas on here. And I'm gonna find a place on here and lay it on here and wrap the journal in the cover with the fabric. But I want to cover it up with this paper first because, you know, I didn't want that red to show through, and it definitely would have showed through because it's so bright red. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm just wrapping and I'm just massaging the sides of the paper. While we're doing that. So then I'm going to put some tear tape or double-sided tape on the edges here. Oh, I should have brought my little, let's do the block. See if I can get it done with this. There we go. I like to do the edges first, the long side. Even though I'm going to be cutting some of this off, it'll still work. Okay. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and rub really hard on here. Press this down, get all the air bubbles out of it. So I'm thinking I'm making like a Bible study journal or a prayer journal or whatever you want it to be, really. Okay, and before we get started on the rest of it, I am going to go down here and see where I folded this up originally. You can sort of see the corners, and I'm only leaving about 1/8 of an inch on there to make sure our corners are covered, but I want to take some of the bulk out of here. And you really don't need much. So I usually cut right at that corner there where the two sides have come together. Okay. And so I'm going to take this off and wrap this up. Just work my way out. There we go. Do the same thing on this side. We're probably not going to get to make the whole journal tonight because I was going to use tea dyed or coffee dyed paper. And because my house, the air conditioner broke today, and I mean, it was 105 outside and it was 90 in here. I did not feel like making a whole bunch of dyed paper. So I just want to get the outside of it done today. So this will probably be a really short, just a really short video. So now I'm going to take my fingers in right here and push that little bit right there on the corner. Push that in. And do the same thing on here. Push that edge in. It just makes a much smoother thing here. And then I'm going to take my double-sided tape and run it across here. Okay. And then I'm going to put a piece down here just because it's a little bit bigger than that. Okay. And then just rub down my edges. But I love that fabric, and I really wanted to make some kind of journal out of it too. I also got some faux leather to make a journal, but like my big leather journals I made for my daughter and son-in-law for Christmas. But I don't know if it's going to work or not because it's really flimsy. So I'm definitely going to have to put it on something. Like it's going to have chipboard or something like that. It's not going to be able to stand alone like the other ones did. Okay, so pull this up here. Start in the middle. Work my way out to the edges and press down. Now this has got a little teeny piece missing. So what I'm going to do is take this piece right here and put some glue on it. It's got a little piece of tear tape. And then put some glue on this part and cover it in. I must have cut that one a little bit too short. But there's fixes. So anytime you do that, you can take your corners that you cut out, you can lay it down and bring it up to the corner, the top of your page, and then fix it by just laying it down and doing that. And this is going to be covered up anyway when we get through. So there you go. No corner. Let's see how this one is. This one's fine. Sometimes I mess up like that. I'm not telling anybody getting one of my journals. They are handmade. And they're not always perfect. Actually, they're not going to be perfect. You may not see the imperfection, but I guarantee you every one of my, something I make has an imperfection in it because I'm not perfect. Hello, whoever else is here. I just saw you come in. So, I'm just wrapping my paper here. Bringing this up to the edge. Okay, so now I'm going to, oops, make sure it's pressed down good. Bend this up like this. And bend this up. We'll go over those edges here. Okay. And bend this one up. If you see something bubbling up, you need to take your bone folder and run back over it. If you're using tear tape or if you're using glue, put it back down and leave it alone. It means it's not dry yet. So that's the basic part of our outside of it, okay? So now, put my glue back on there. We're going to take, I don't know if I want to cover the inside with this paper or not. I might. Let's see. Oh, yeah, see, that'll perfectly cover it up. Okay. So, like I said before, I can't find my good ruler. I've been having to use my square ruler, but it works the same. The length of, what in the world? The length of this is about 7 and an eighth. Let's take this on both sides. Yep, 7 and an eighth. So we're going to cut this paper down to 7 inches. And I'm using my Cricut trimmer because that's my favorite trimmer in the whole wide world. I'm going to cut this down. Uh-oh. And I just lost my little thingamajigger. There it is. Lord mercy. I had changed blades because I was cutting that that cardboard with my good blade. And I didn't get it back in there right. There we go. Okay, so we're going to cut this down to 7 inches. I keep knocking it out. Y'all, this Cricut thing is so old. I really need another one, but I love this one. But when I get another one, if I ever get another one, I'm going to mark this for chipboard, and then I'm going to mark the other one for, oh, thanks. The corners are where you mess up. You know, I usually can do it pretty good, but sometimes I mess up on the corners too. And, you know, it is what it is. But like I said, that's a neat little trick, though, because this is going to be covered up with this paper. You're not going to see that. And, but your corners don't show. Might need to trim this just a wee bit more. Yeah, I need to trim it just a wee bit more and make sure this is 4 1/4 this way, I think. I need to cut it just a smidge more because I don't want it to impose with the you know what I'm trying to say. Impose with the spine. I'm telling you, I lose words all the time. Hello. Somebody, whoever just said hello, say it again because I can see. Hi, Shirley. It's so nice to see you. I am making like a little prayer book or a note-taking journal or, you know, something like that. Out of a hamburger helper box. So pretty much tonight, I think I'm just going to do the cover and then we'll do the inside and I'll go ahead and put the pages together and then we'll bind it and decorate it next week. But I'm going to do the cover with fabric tonight. And I want to choose a piece of fabric that I want, a piece out of my fabric that I want to make a good cover and stuff. So let me move that around there. There we go. And I don't have my tablet or anything hooked up at night, so I'm having a hard time trying to keep up with the comments. So if you will hang around, I promise I'll try to get the comments read in just a second. But they go by me so fast I can barely see them. And it's really irritating. I had really wanted to be more prepped for this today, but like I've said earlier, in case you didn't hear it, my AC went out today. It sure did. And I'm telling you what, I haven't fit it to be tied today. It was so hot. It's like 105 more with the heat index and 90 degrees in my house. So, yeah. Let's see, I think I want to put something on this spine. I don't know if I got enough paper over here. Let's see if I got another scrap of this page paper over here. I'm working on another project. Let's see. I got my basket of scraps over here. But wouldn't you know it, I probably don't have a scrap of what I need. Yeah. It is not looking like that. Not looking like it. Well, let's see what this is. You know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. And what I cut off, the length measure the same. Put this down, and then I'm going to cut that off. Just to give it some extra protection on the spine because, like I said, it's a flimsy little hamburger helper box. And if you ever had hamburger helper, I'm sure most of us have, you know, they're not constructed to the best. So I'm going to go up here where I laid the paper. We'll go over too much on each side. Let's see. I'm not even going to measure this. I'm just going to lift up where I need to cut it. Because it is all going to have fabric. I think I'm going to put fabric on the inside and the outside. I'm not sure yet, but I want to. There we go. Man, I had to add a little bit more acetone to my Fabri-Tac. There we go. Now that is going to be covered up, so you're not going to see it. And we're just going to let that dry a little bit before I bend up the sides, because I'm impatient sometimes and I don't like to wait. All right, so now we're going to cover up the outside of this with our fabric. And let me show you what I mean. Let me put it up the right side so you can read it. So it comes like this. And it's a whole bunch of sayings like, I really love the cross and the dove. But if I put that as my cover, I'm going to wind up whacking off half of this, which I knew I was going to have to do anyway when I got this. But this has Christmas ones on it, like the heart of Christmas is love, the essence of, the gladness of Christmas is joy, and the spirit of Christmas is peace. And then it has like a little dove there. Oh, thank you. I love this. I found it at the, the little, you get the 1 yard cuts, and that comes pre-packaged or whatever. Or no, I didn't. I cut this off because they rounded on the thing. And then this one says, my soul doth magnify the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior. Luke 1:46. And then I was thinking about putting this one on here. Not that one. Let me find it. This one says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Y'all help me decide which one to do on the cover. And then I really like this one, but I'm going to wind up cutting it. I mean, it doesn't matter either way. This one says, our family is like a patchwork quilt with beauty all in its own, pieces together with love and warmth to bless our little home, to comfort and console through our laughter, love, and tears. It offers a remembrance of our yesteryears. That one's really nice, but that's not so much like a prayer journal. And then this one says, this quilt, something with was, so we're not making a quilt. And for he that is mighty has done to me great things, and how is oh my gosh, holy is his name. Whew. And then there was another one I found. Y'all help me see how hard this is. I really do think I would love to have this one as my cover. So I'm going to put this down like right here. This is my cover. So let me pull it over this way, because I don't want it to be in the join. Where's the But then I'm going to get this one. It says, thou will show us the path of life. It's Psalm 6:11, but it's huge, and I'll never be able to use it on anything, probably. So I think I'm going to put this on here, and then I'll just let this one come around the back. What do y'all think? But see, it's kind of marked. See these little cross marks? It's marked for each one, the corners of it. And then I thought about doing this one for the cover. Oh, where is it? Yep. And I like this because I can almost get this on here. Or another suggestion is I can cut little pieces out and glue it to the paper and let the paper shine through too. But I like this one. It says that the joy of the Lord is your strength. And this is a good one though, if you're going to use it as a journal for church or prayer or whatever. Let me find it. But this would not fit on the just the front because this is just the end piece. It says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I like that. And I think that would make a good prayer journal, but or note taking, or just a study journal or whatever. But I don't have enough of this to wrap around to the back. Too much fussy cutting for you. You like which one, Lorraine? This one right here. And then we got this one that I could do. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 3:5, and the rest of it says, and lean not on your understanding, but I would have to cut these out and glue them to the paper itself because I don't have enough to wrap around on this side because this is the end of it right here. So the back would not be covered. So let me see something. Okay. I could actually get both of these on here. Right here, I think. It says, thou will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee. Isaiah 26:3. And then on the back, it can have, trust in the Lord with all your heart. What do y'all think about that? You ever had to tell me again because I missed it because I'm having a hard time look up. So what do y'all think? I could get both of those on there. It has the guidelines, and I'll just cut the Proverbs 3:5 out. Well, no, I think it'll fit on there too. It's like slide it over just a little bit more, and I won't have to cut this one out at all. What saith thee? All right, you know what? I'm gonna have to cut the fabric regardless. Where would be my scissors? There we go. Oh, I hate cutting fabric. This is what I like to do. Once you get a good tear, then give it a rip, and it gives you these wonderful, yummy, luscious, shabby look. Shh. Sorry about dogs, y'all. And you don't have to worry about staying straight because once you make the cut, it stays straight as you're ripping it. That's a good thing about muslin. That's what this is, muslin. And I didn't tear anything up. Okay. Let's see. Now, let me look at it. Oh, this is perfect because that one comes on the back and I still get this one on the front. So let me fix this on the front and see what it looks like. I had to pull it over some. And I'm probably going to put some lace down there because I don't have quite enough to turn down if I... Who's still here? I think Shirley, somebody left. What do you think? I am going to cut some of this side off right here and piece it down there, or either I'm just going to put some lace to cover it up because I really don't want to cut out this one because I have an idea for an album, a photo album I'm going to use on that one. Oh, the rain left. I know too. I love it. But, you know, I think I'm going to have to add some lace or something down here because I'm not going to be able to get this whole thing on here. And I really don't want the, you know, the little cross marky things on there. So I'm going to have to pull it up to get that out and get it lined up perfectly. And I can just put some lace down here. Gosh, I got plenty of lace. I'm just trying to pull it over so everything gets on there. I might have to. And I could just put some lace at the top too. So I'm just going to line this up so that the words are on there. See, I'm missing that. I got to pull it over just a tiny little bit. I'm going to have John 14:16 on there. Let me just pull it up just a tiny bit. And like I said, I can always put lace on the bottom. All right. Where's this? I want to make sure this is straight. So I'm going to use my T-square. And I'm going to pull this up just a little bit like that. And just a little over like this. Yeah, I can do that. And then put some there's something just so satisfying about ripping fabric and having all these luscious little strings hanging out. I'm going to pull it all the way up to the top because I can put lace on the bottom. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then I think I got some wide lace I can put down at the bottom. Pulling threads, pulling threads. I'm going to have to cut that off. In Proverbs 3, I'm not going to let that fit on there. That's okay. Okay. Hello, hello to whoever came in. Thank you, Lorraine. Good night, Shirley. Shh, Ricky. I don't know what my dogs are going nutsy about, but they are. So I'm going to put lace on the top and the bottom. Some kind of lace, because I can't. So let me just put this on there. And glue one side at a time. Try not to go over my bendy line there. Making sure I get the edges really good. So I don't know why I just did that, because I said I wasn't going to go all the way up to the top. Oh well, maybe I will. Turn around this way. And let's put the line, the Fabri-Tac up with the edges. Because Proverbs, the whole Proverbs is not going to fit on there. So it'll be fine. I'm going to pull this down just a little bit and pull this over just a little bit so I can get my piece on there. Now, I'll lift this up and stretch and pull. Where's my bone folder? I hit the floor. Oops. And I could sew my cover on, but for some reason I cannot get my stupid sewing machine to work right. It keeps getting tangled up. The bobbin does. I know it has something to do with the tension, but I just can't seem to get it right. Okay. Now we're going to glue this part on. We got Fabri-Tac butters. I gotta get me some more of this too. But I'm gonna add some more acetate to it because there's still some in there. It's just hard to get out. And you know, if you keep the little lid on it, just poke a hole in the little lid when it's full, it doesn't leak out like that. But after it gets to be goopy at the bottom, it starts leaking out. Okay. I'm trying to pull this just a little bit. I'm gonna get a little taut. Keep that P on there. Okay. Hello, whoever just came in. And that's how you get fabric on there, the words that you want. So on the front it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. And then on this side, thou will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee. Isaiah 26:3. Now I am going to put something else on the spine because I don't like that line-up mark. And I don't really like these line-up marks, but I'm going to cover this with pattern paper, but I am going to glue over the fabric because it will stick better that way on the front cover. I don't know if I'm going to put another piece of fabric in there or not on the inside, I mean. What y'all think? Fabric or paper? I love that little shabby edge there. Should we do fabric or paper for the inside? I have some other papers too. I mean other fabric I can put in there besides this with the words on it. I am pulling that over very taut, very tight, because I don't want it to come out, and I'm going over with my bone folder to get all the little air bubbles or anything like that out of it. And the back has some air bubbles in it, darn it. I got to go back over that. That's okay, because I'm going to put lace on there and that'll cover that up. So that's what we have so far. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Now, let me grab my basket of lace. I'm not going to put it on the spine yet because remember we have to put our, although I think I'm going to leave this a loose spine and use another strip of paper to glue my spine, you know, my signature in. This is just going to have one signature. So I think that would really be enough. Oh, my goodness. I'm not looking, y'all. Hold on. Uh-oh. And I'm knocking stuff off. Now see, I have this plain muslin here what's got like little flowers on it that I truly could cover the inside with. It's about the same color. So if y'all commented, I missed it. What do y'all think? That fabric or paper? Tell me one more time because I missed it if you told me. Fabric or paper? Really like that though. I think I'm actually going to use fabric, y'all. I really like the fabric. And then I can use a piece of lace on the inside to make a pocket and put lace on the edges of it. Let me see. Just gonna put a little snip there. And this is how I measure fabric. And a little snippy, let's see, I put a little snip there. And I'm going to put a little snip here. So we're not wrapping this, so I'm just going to bring it down to a certain point. Okay. Let me find my little snippy. Well, that was pretty good on my part, measuring there for not measuring. Cut some of these strings off. Let's see if I kind of messed it up. Let's see where am I at. I might have to do some trimming, but that's okay. I can do some trimming on it. I like that, and it covers up the spine and everything. And I still can poke through that, so it's not too hard to poke you through on it. So let's glue this down, and I'll cut this off a little bit. Goodness gracious. These are not my fabric scissors. I didn't know where my fabric scissors are. I want to cut just a little bit more precise on this. But I will cover it up. Yeah, I still got to edge that out a little bit. Yep. So I'm going to pull that down just a little bit. What do y'all think? Do you like the fabric? Yay, nee, whatever. Just shut up, Donna, and do it. And I am going to go back and trim this. Like I said, I may put a little lace on this too. I'm going to do this a little at a time. And I'm actually going to cut that off a little bit. Cut the edges off. Oops. Pulled just a little bit too hard on that one, didn't I? Okay, that's better. There we go. You know, I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way to do this. I'm just doing it my way. And then trust in the end, it'll all look fine. gloppy glue. Gloppy glue. I do want to see how much is in there. If I can add a little bit more. I got another little bottle that has just a tiny bit in it, so I might add acetate into that and then pour it into that one so I can combine all my bottles. Oh, now that looks good. That took very well. And no air bubbles or whatever you call them. I'm ready to go count some pennies and buy me some Fabri-Tac. I do like using Fabri-Tacs on journals and things because, you know, it's alcohol based and it doesn't leave your papers and stuff wet. And I figure with a hamburger helper pack, you know, it's so thin and flimsy anyway, we might not want to do that. Put wet glue on it. Now, oh, Donna, don't do that. I was about to make it all wrinkly because I was going to do it before the glue dried good. And I think I am going to put some lace and stuff down here on this. I know I am on the cover. I'm going to go back and trim some of the little stickies off. So it's not so many of them. I think that looks nice. Whoops, a piece of didn't stick. There we go. All right, so this is our cover. And I really like that. So this is why I turned that over too. I want to go back and trim off anything that's a little bit too long that sticks over the cover. Just trying to make it a little even. Since I'm kind of making this shabby, I'm not even really bothered by that, but I do want it to look a little bit even. So there's the cover. Okay, Donna says she's not bothered by that, but what's Donna doing? Trimming it because she wants it to look good. Okay, so there's the front cover. And I'm going to put some lace down here at the bottom. I didn't think I was going to be using lace, so I didn't get any out tonight. And I really don't want to take time running through or whatever. But next week, we will be doing Thursday Night Live on this regular scheduled time. I did not do it last night because Deb Houck couldn't do her live on Wednesday. And I was gracious enough not to do over hers. But, and I guess it didn't really matter, but, you know, but I try to be polite and respectful for like that. So, whether anybody else does or not. So, and I haven't been on here in so long live. But anyway, that is our cover. So that's the outside. I mean, the front cover. Of course, I'm going to embellish it. The inside with the fabric. I'm going to put some lace pockets here and here. And then the back side with the scripture from Isaiah. So, I need to know who's here. Because I have a special little treat Remember I said if you watch my live and you were here from the beginning and you were here at the end, I was going to have a little something something. So I'm going to do a little hidden giveaway now. So I need anybody here to say here so I know who's here, okay? Because I don't want anybody miss it. If you're here, I don't want you to miss it. So tell me you're here. Lorraine, are you still here? Well, am I dragging or lagging time or something? Because I can't tell. Hello, hello. Please let me know who's here. I should find that lace again. I need that lace. I'm actually going to raise you guys up and talk to me, I think. Woo, there we go. Because we are through with what we're going to do tonight. So if you just join us, I am making a prayer journal or a note-taking journal or something like that. So tonight we took a hamburger helper box and made the form of the thing. This is the front of the cover. Down here it's going to have lace. This is the back of the cover. And then I covered the inside with fabric as well. I think that's such pretty fabric. And I did the rip method on the fabric so I could have some shabby strings hanging out. Love doing that. So I just need to know who's here because I'm going to give something away. Remember I said you had to be here at the end to get it. So tell me who's here. I know Shirley and Lorraine have been here just about the whole time. Oh, that's right. Shirley went good night, so she's not here, and you keep losing the connection. I'm so sorry. So it says there's, I know you're still here. I thought you were, Lorraine. There's two other people that's supposed to be in here right now, and I don't know who they are. So I can't give something away without knowing who you are. 4 more people. So while I'm waiting for people to announce who and what they are, who, oh God, let me start over. Before I show you what I'm giving away, I'll run back over the project we started tonight, and then I'll wait for people to tell me who's in here so I can put their name down, and then I'll draw for a winner. Okay. So we started a prayer journal or a Bible study journal, whatever you want it to be. I had some fabric that I got from Walmart and that had Bible sayings on it. Oh, I know. I can't wait to get the lace on it. It's just that I didn't realize I was going to use lace. I was just going to cover the whole thing up with the fabric, but the fabric has so many cute sayings. I mean, so many nice sayings and stuff on it. I didn't want to hack it all up. So what we did was I took a hamburger helper box, and then I covered it with 100 to 10 pounds cardstock. It was like a beige neutral color. I don't know if you can see a little bit of it under there. And then I covered the outside of it with this beautiful fabric. I found it at Walmart. The front side says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart." and then it has a heart, and then it's from Psalms 3:5, but the rest of it says, and lean not on your own understanding. And then the back says, thou will um, keep him perfect, keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. And that's from Isaiah. Now, on the bottom of it, I'm going to be putting lace down here, and I'm going to be putting something on the spine when I get my insert in there, when I put my signature in there. On the inside of it, I took some of this fabric right here. It's just like little cotton, kind of cotton muslin fabric with a little flowers on it. Thought it was very pretty. Put that on the inside. So next week it will not be on Friday night. Next week it will be Thursday night at my regular Thursday night time at 6:45. So next Thursday night, 6:45, we'll be finishing up on this. Right now, I'm going to be giving away a little journal that I've had in my stash for a while, and I thought I would just give it away. And so I need to know who was on here. Otherwise, Lorraine is just going to win it. And I'm sure she wouldn't mind about that. But anyway. All right, wait. Okay. Here's what I'm giving away. It's just this little love small mini album I made. So this is the cover of it. And it says, you make my heart sing. And I thought this would be really cute for maybe for anniversary or even Valentine's Day, but this is the inside of it. So it's not really that fancy on the inside. It's just left lots of room for pictures and stuff. Then it opens up like this. And then this right here flips up like this. And then it has, no, not this one. Then it flips over like this, and then it has a pocket. I made a cute little tag to go in the pocket. And the little heart keeps sticking down on it. Okay, there we go. And it says, follow your heart. And then this page, one of these pages has a, it was this page. This page has a pocket in it. You can put an insert in it. So then this just flips like this. And it's just pretty little paper. It's just pretty basic little mini album kind of thing right here. And then it's got another little pocket right there. So I am going to give it away. And unless somebody doesn't want it, or you don't want to give me your name. Thank you, Lorraine. Okay, well, I'm going to get off of here because I haven't had dinner yet, and I'm trying to keep my lives down to about an hour, and it's already an hour and 8 minutes or whatever. So Lorraine, you are the winner of a little mini album. And I know I should have your address around here somewhere but I threw the package away and I can't find my little book that had all my little passports in it, that had all my little addresses and stuff on it. So if you'll just please email me your address again, I would appreciate that. But this is yours, and I will pop it in the mail as soon as I get to the post office, which will probably be on Monday because I got a lot of other stuff to mail too. So I love you all. Thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to come back next week, Thursday night, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that would be 3:45 on Pacific or 2:45 on Central. No, wait a minute. 3:45 Pacific, 5:45 Central, and Mountain Time will be 4:45. So anyway, come back. Lorraine, enjoy that. You guys stay blessed, and I will see you all next week. God bless. Bye.